Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. First of all, maybe it's your really first time for seeing this video. This is also really our first time for having a class by using YouTube video. But actually, if you see on this channel, I actually uploaded a lot of video because most of my other class, we have a class with this kind of video. That because last meeting, most of you didn't collect your diagram, so that's why I cannot explain to you how to do the next step, which is also this is the very last step, yeah, that we will do, and we will just meet, or I will just see your assignments, and not this is not real assignment, your I mean like your final project after after I have explained to you this material. So here I take Amira's example, yeah, Amira's diagram, and also her introduction. So all of you, the first thing that you have to do is the introduction. Okay, so if you still remember, or if you ever read the thesis and also the article, everything started from introduction. Okay, so everything start from introduction. Remember that all of your papers should be on 12, yeah, font size, 12 font size, and then it should be in Times New Roman. Okay, Times New Roman, and then it should be here. I don't know how to say it. Justify. So just make it justify, and then the space make it into 1.5, and then make it just like a paragraph here. So I want every single of you to make it better in in the paragraph for the introduction. So this is your introduction. Okay, the introduction. Okay, and this is the introduction. Oh, wait a minute. Nah, okay, so this is the introduction. This should be bold, and then your introduction. And after that, actually in B we have methodology, yeah. But because you haven't learned methodology, because if I'm not mistaken, next semester you will have this research methodology. So that's why I will just delete this one. So just directly comes to the finding and discussion. So what you have to write on the finding and discussion is the first, you have to copy paste all your diagram. Yeah, so here Amira just sent the progress of the diagram. So chapter 1, chapter 2, 3, okay, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay, there are 9 chapter. Okay, there are 9 chapter, and then this is based on one book. Yeah, so based on the chapter. In chapter 1, derivational prefix 0, derivational suffix 30, inflectional suffix 262. So this is actually the last conclusion. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to copy paste all of them to your Microsoft Word. Yeah, so the finding and discussion. So the first is that you put the chapter. You have to make the opening first, like well, based on the data analyzed. Yeah, you explain based on the data analyzed. Yeah, so you make the introduction first, blah 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 blah. Here is the okay, the data for chapter 1 is presented on the diagram below. Okay, so you make the introduction, blah blah blah. On the data analyzed, we can see it can be seen. Yeah, it can be seen, blah blah and blah blah blah. Remember, don't write the word we. Yeah, if you still remember in research writing or scientific writing, you cannot use personal pronoun. Personal pronoun is not allowed. So that's why make it in different way of, if you want to say we can see, yeah, so don't use the word we can see, you just can say the word it can be seen. Yeah, you can say it can be seen from blah 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 and blah blah blah. Okay, so based on the data analyzed on the book title, Okay, blah 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 and blah blah blah, the book and title. Yeah, it's up to you. Yeah, that's up to you. For the only, you only need like 2 or 3 sentences only, and then you comes to the data for chapter 1 is presented on the diagram below. And after this is what you have to do. You already have the diagram, right? Now this is your turn to make the explanation about the diagram. If you still remember what we have done on on writing 3, yeah, we have explanation. We have explained about how to write a description based on the diagram or based on the pie chart. Okay, so this is what you have to do. So here, for example, I give you the example based on the diagram of chapter 1 above. Yeah, or you just can directly say it can be inferred from, for example, it can be inferred from the diagram that inflectional, first of all, you have to explain the inflectional suffix. Yeah, the inflectional suffix is the higher. It is the highest among all the suffix and prefix on chapter 1. Yeah, you can just explain it. Start from pages 1. We can see that there is only 0, and then going to chapter 2 on there are 8, 5, and then become 27. Blah 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 and blah blah. You mention all. It can be seen that inflectional suffix is so fluctuative. Yeah, it's so fluctuative, right? Based on the diagram. So you explain it. Even when it start from 0 on page 1 and it end with 0 on page 16. The highest one is on chapter on page 8. Yeah, this page is 8. Yeah, page 8. The highest one is on page 8 with 36 words for inflectional suffix. Meanwhile, if we see derivational suffix, it is so different from inflectional suffix because it's on the highest. Yeah, the highest number is only 8 on chapter 2. So that's up to you. So I don't limit anything the way you explain this diagram. So you want to explain the highest one or you want to explain one by one. So like in page 1 you can see there are 8, page 2 there are 8. That's up to you. So if you remember, when you make the last writing writing project in writing 3, yeah, we have a lot of data, a lot of information on the data for COVID-19, right? So you make your own way of how you describe it. Okay, and after that you have to explain blah 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 and blah, finish. You are going to chapter 2. Okay, you are going to chapter 2. You just copy paste the chapter 2 from your from your Excel file. Yeah. You copy paste into your Microsoft Word file. You copy paste and then you have to explain the same like this. Yeah, you explain it again. So here, sorry, I think that I have copied the chapter 2. Okay, so blah blah. Now chapter 2. Now you explain it on the same line with chapter 1. In chapter 2, you can also see not you. Yeah, sorry. In chapter 2, it can be seen. Okay, blah blah and blah blah blah. You explain it until you have finished all the chapter. Chapter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then one book. Yeah, I think that you don't need the word of one book, so you just copy paste like this. Yeah, so okay, you copy paste the table for all the chapter 2. Yeah, you just imagine that it's finished. So finally, or in short, or you just get in conclusion, up to you. Based on the diagram shows above, by comparing all the chapter, it can be said that Up to you. What is the conclusion that you can make from here? You see what happened in chapter 1 to 109. And finally, what is your suggestion? Do you think that this book is good or not when you have this kind of diagram? So the first chapter, there are a lot of inflectional suffix, but when it comes to the end, it's decreased. Do you think that the best book is like this, or whether it start from the very little to, and then more and more? Is that good, or which one is good for you? So that's why at last you have to state your suggestion, you have to state your personal opinion whether this book is good or not, based on your analysis. Okay, so that's all what you have to submit it to me. But remember once again, you have to write your name, your NPM, book title. Okay, the book title. You have to write the book title, blah 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 and blah blah blah. Okay, and then here, the analyze. You have to make the title. Up to you. What kind of title do you want? You can make your own version, but this is the simple one. You just can say the analysis of derivational and inflectional morphemes of what is the title of the book? Book. Okay, this is the sample one. But if you have your own version of the title, that's up to you. Okay, the first one, introduction, and then bold. Sorry, that's A. If you make it A, if you make it 1. Okay, A, introduction, and then B, finding and discussion. You explain it all. You have to explain it all and then the last one is the reference. So last meeting for not last meeting, last 3 or 4 minutes I have explained to you. If it is if you want to write the introduction, you put some of the no Wikipedia actually. Yeah, but it's okay lah. Okay, I think this is wrong. Why you make it like this? Well, first of all, I will not take it. Okay. Will that, George? First of all, guys, I never asked you to. No. I never let you take any website as the reference. If this is like this, is fine. Yeah, so I want you to take it from book or article. Yeah, last meeting I have I even give you the example, right? How to make the reference when you have to take it from article. Yeah, remember that reference should be comes from the article. Okay, so the last one you make the reference. And all of this is your final semester result. Okay, so I will give you score. I will take the semester test score from this project. Okay, so if you have finished, I want you to submit it to me on my email, just like what you have explained, the same address that you have sent before, badriova@uigm.ac.id. And what I want you to send is the first is this file, yeah, the Microsoft file, which contains of the introductions in this file, yeah. And also I want you also to send me the book. Yeah, send me the book if if the book is in soft file. But if you actually borrow from your sister or brothers, that's fine, you don't need to send me. But if you have the book on the soft file version, please also send me. But the most important thing, please send this file, yeah, which is already contains of the introduction and also the result and discussion of your diagram. Yeah, please send me on the semester week. If I'm not mistaken, our semester week will be on 11th of January. We start our, okay, so this one, we start our final exam on 11th. Yeah, this is the final week final exam week. So on 11, yeah, 11 of December. See, you have 3 weeks. Okay, you have 3 weeks. 4. Yeah, 1 week, 2 week, 2 week. Okay, you have 2 weeks to finish the explanation. Okay, so please send once again. Please send me at on 11th of January before, yeah, because our time end at 9:40. You have to send me before 9:40. And once again, I want to remind you that because you make the analysis, right? It means that every single of you have different diagram. So that's why I don't want to see any of you. I don't want to see any of you have the same writing anymore because you have different diagram. Of course, the explanation is different, right? Okay, so that's all what I want to explain to you for today's meeting. I hope that you can finish your writing on time. I think that because you already have this step, it will be so much easier because you only have to write the explanation of every single chapter here. Okay, so that's all what I want to explain to you. Thank you very much for listening to this video and see you next meeting, everyone. Bye.